I was 29 the night my entire family finally said out loud what they had quietly believed my whole life. We were seated around my parents' dining table, the same heavy oak beast that had seen birthday cakes, Sunday dinners, and way too many snide remarks disguised as family banter. The gathering was supposedly about planning my grandmother Edith's 80th birthday celebration. My sister, Miranda, had organized the meeting, acting like she was chairing the United Nations. But the moment I walked into that dining room, I knew something was off. The air felt loaded. Like everyone had practiced whatever was coming. And when I saw Quentin, my brother-in-law who usually avoided family dinners with the talent of a military escape artist, sitting smugly beside Miranda. Yeah, something was absolutely up. Still, I played along. I sat down, folded my napkin neatly, and waited. My mother, Claudia, lifted her wine glass as if she was in a commercial for stemware. Then she set it down with a dramatic flourish. "Vivian, we need to talk about something important." That tone. I'd heard it my whole life. It was the tone that meant you're already guilty, we're just waiting for you to confess. Before I could ask what she meant, my father spoke. My father. Raymond, who never started conversations, let alone confrontations. His voice was low and steady, like he'd practiced it in the mirror. "You're the reason this family has problems." It was like someone cracked an egg in the middle of the table, messy, shocking, and everyone stared to see what would happen next. Miranda didn't hesitate. She nodded, tapping her perfectly manicured nails against her glass with theatrical disapproval. Quentin's smirk didn't just grow, it blossomed like a weed. Even Aunt Sylvia, whom I didn't even know had been invited, pursed her lips like she'd been waiting years for this speech. My mother continued, gently, almost lovingly, which somehow made it worse. "We've tried to support you, sweetheart, but your behavior is exhausting. You bring conflict wherever you go. The children pick up on it. Your grandmother feels it. We all feel it." They stared at me, waiting for me to explode, to cry, to defend myself like I always had to as the family's designated disappointment. But something inside me, something tired and done, had finally flipped. So I nodded. "You're right," I said quietly. "I've been the problem." The shock that washed over them was almost comical. Miranda blinked. Claudia's mouth fell open just a little. Even Raymond let out a breath he probably didn't realize he'd been holding. They thought they'd finally broken me. So I sweetened the moment. "I'll do better," I added. "I promise." It was like I had cast a spell over the table, all the tension leaked out instantly. Miranda smiled at me as if I had finally learned my place. Claudia reached across the table to squeeze my hand like she was saving me. And Raymond looked relieved, as though someone had put down a burden he'd been carrying for years. They had no idea that I hadn't surrendered. I was strategizing. But to understand how bad things had gotten, and why my quiet little agreement was the start of something they'd regret, you have to know how we got here. Growing up, Miranda wasn't just the favorite. She was the family's trophy. Blonde, graceful, charming, the kind of girl teachers adored and strangers praised. She was already being molded into the perfect debutante by age 14. My mother drove her from one etiquette lesson to another, gushing over dresses, posture training, and which girls came from appropriate families. When it was my turn 3 years later, Claudia simply announced, without even looking up from her planner, that these events don't suit Vivian's personality. Translation: I wasn't worth the investment.